You probably look at the Apple TV in your living room right now and think it is perfectly fine. But you would be dead wrong, and frankly, Apple knows it too. For over 3 years, we have been sitting in the dark, watching rumor after rumor get pushed back, delayed, or just completely memory hold. But supply chain reports are lighting up right now, and the truth is, the update you have been waiting for is not just another minor spec bump. It is a complete philosophical reset of what this little black box is supposed to do. There is a very specific, hidden reason Apple has let this device gather dust since the iPhone 13 era, and I am going to reveal exactly what that is. But I warn you, once you understand what they are actually building, you will never look at your current setup the same way again. I know what some of you are thinking. You are saying to yourself, I just use it to stream movies. Why do I care about a massive hardware reset? Listen, I get it. We all remember the early days of home theater, wrestling with 5 universal remotes, programming a VCR that always flashed 12 a.m., and dealing with receivers the size of a microwave just to watch a movie in surround sound. Those were the days when you actually owned your movies on physical tape or disc. The Apple TV simplified the modern era. It gave us a clean interface and a sleek aluminum remote we only lose in the couch cushions once a week. The current model, running on that old A15 chip, is still buttery smooth for basic 4K streaming. But here's the thing. The industry is no longer having a conversation about pixels and resolution. That battle is completely over. The new war is entirely about on-device AI, and your current Apple TV is structurally incapable of fighting it. This brings us to the absolute elephant in the room. Apple Intelligence. Right now, your Apple TV is basically a very elegant, very expensive DVD player without the discs. It serves content, and that is it. But if you have been paying attention to supply chain reports or analysts like Mark Gurman lately, you know that Apple is terrified of losing the smart home war to Amazon and Google. Americans are waking up to the reality of having constantly listening microphones in their homes. People want convenience, but they do not want their private, living room conversations uploaded to a server farm in Nevada to be analyzed for targeted ads. Apple knows privacy is their biggest selling point. They need a Trojan Horse. They need a device permanently plugged into your wall, sitting in the center of your house, that can process complex AI tasks locally and safely. And to do that, they are about to make a hardware swap that no one saw coming for a simple streaming box. I will tell you exactly what silicon they are dropping into this thing in just a second. But first, we need to talk about the software panic happening right now in Cupertino. It is currently late April 2026. We are just weeks away from WWDC, and the leaks point to tvOS 27 being an absolute monster of an update. Apple cannot just announce a profoundly smarter, AI-driven Siri for the living room and then tell people it only works on their iPhones. They need hardware sitting on Apple Store shelves right now that can actually run these new frameworks. The current A15 chip fails for 2 massive reasons. The neural engine is practically ancient history, and it only has 4 GB of RAM. In the era of local large language models, 4 gigs of RAM is like trying to run Windows 95 on a toaster. It is just not going to happen. So what is the solution? This is where it gets absolutely insane. Supply chain sources are strongly pointing to the A17 Pro chip. Yes, the exact same silicon family that powered the iPhone 15 Pro, likely the modified version they just put in the newest iPad mini. Think about that for a second. Putting an A17 Pro in a TV box is like dropping a Corvette V8 engine into a golf cart. It is complete, glorious overkill for watching Netflix. But it is exactly what is required for Apple Intelligence. You need that massive neural engine, and more importantly, you need 8 GB of RAM to keep that AI running locally on the hardware. But giving this box that much raw, unadulterated horsepower opens up a totally different, highly controversial door for Apple, and it involves a market they have been failing at since the 1990s. Now let us talk about gaming. I can practically hear you rolling your eyes through the screen. Apple and gaming have a relationship that makes oil and water look like best friends. We all remember the Apple Bandai Pippin disaster, or the endless promises that Mac gaming was finally taking off. But the A17 Pro changes the fundamental math entirely. This chip was Apple's first real, successful push into hardware-accelerated ray tracing. If you bring that immense graphical power to the biggest, brightest screen in your house, the Apple TV stops being just a passive streaming puck. It instantly becomes a legitimate, casual gaming console capable of running AAA titles natively. We are talking about massive games that normally require a dedicated, loud PlayStation or Xbox, running quietly behind your television. But there is a massive catch, and it could absolutely ruin the entire experience if Apple gets it wrong in the boardroom. The catch is physical storage. High-end modern video games are absolute digital space hogs. They will eat 50 gigabytes for breakfast and confidently ask for seconds. Right now, the Apple TV comes in modest 64 and 128 gigabyte flavors. If Apple leaves the base storage at 64 gigs, putting an A17 Pro inside is basically a cruel joke. You would download exactly one major game, and your entire box would be full, forcing you to delete apps just to update tvOS. This means Apple has a very tough choice to make, and their ultimate decision will tell us exactly what their true strategy for the living room actually is. Will they finally give us a 256 gigabyte tier for the heavy users? Or will they rely entirely on cloud gaming, which goes against their entire modern philosophy of local processing? The rumor mill is split down the middle, but if they bump that base storage, your wallet is absolutely going to feel the impact. And what about the physical box itself? Honestly, do not expect a massive redesign. NASA called, they want their engineering back, but Apple is probably going to keep the same basic, recognizable shape. Most of us just use command strips to stick the thing to the back of our televisions anyway out of sight. Making it look like a sleek, glowing, futuristic orb would be a complete waste of research and development dollars. However, we are likely seeing a shift to highly recycled materials, and potentially a brand new thermal design to keep that beefy A17 Pro cool without turning the internal fan into a screaming jet engine. Remember the early days of desktop computers that sounded like hair dryers the moment you opened a web browser? Apple is obsessively avoiding that scenario. They want this thing to be totally invisible, unseen, completely silent, but infinitely powerful. But let us step away from the raw specs for a minute and talk about what this actually does for you on a daily basis. Because at the end of the day, you do not care about silicon wafers or benchmarks. You care about not being frustrated in your own home. When Apple Intelligence finally takes over the living room, this box becomes the absolute, undisputed command center of your house. Imagine a version of Siri that does not just blindly search the web when you ask it to turn off the lights. With the A17 Pro, Siri will process complex, multi-step, layered requests entirely on the device. You could casually say, dim the living room lights to 20%, lock the front door, and resume playing my show from last night. And it will just happen. Instantly. No cloud delay, no endless. I found this on the web. Nonsense that makes you want to throw the remote. It will feel like the very first iPhone moment all over again, where technology just suddenly gets out of your way and works perfectly. To make all of this happen flawlessly, the underlying connectivity has to be absolutely bulletproof. We are fully expecting the inclusion of Wi-Fi 7 and Bluetooth 6.0. Now, I know wireless networking standards sound like the most boring cocktail party topic on earth. But stick with me for a second. If you are streaming uncompressed 40K video from a local media server, or passing massive amounts of lossless audio data to your AirPods Max, you need maximum, uninterrupted bandwidth. Plus, for the serious audio and home theater purists out there, there is a very strong, persistent rumor about proper HDMI audio pass-through finally making a return. That means letting your very expensive, high-end receiver handle the raw audio decoding instead of the Apple TV compressing it first. If you spent thousands of dollars on a proper home theater audio setup, this is the exact feature you have been begging Apple to fix since the Obama administration. Now, let us talk about the price, because this is where the rubber always meets the road with Apple products. Historically, Apple loves to tax us heavily for the privilege of having their premium logo in our homes. But with the current models sitting at a very reasonable $140 for the base Wi-Fi version and $160 for the version with Ethernet and Thread support, they are actually priced remarkably well for what they deliver. If Apple genuinely intends to make this new box the ultimate Trojan Horse that brings the Apple Intelligence ecosystem into every American home, they absolutely cannot raise the price. They need this unit in as many living rooms as humanly possible before WWDC 2026 fully unleashes the true power of tvOS 27. If they push this entry price to $200, average people will just buy a cheap Roku stick at the grocery store and call it a day. My bet? The price stays exactly the same, creating insane value, but the old A15 models vanish into the ether overnight. So, when exactly does this powerful new box land in our laps? As I mentioned at the very beginning of this video, there are two highly distinct, very realistic possibilities. The first is what the tech industry calls a quiet warehouse drop. No big live event, no dramatic drone footage flying through Apple Park. You just wake up on a random Tuesday morning, check your news feed, and boom! It is live on the Apple Store, ready to ship. This makes total, logical sense if they want developers to have the hardware right now, weeks before WWDC, so they can start building AI-powered apps. The second possibility is that they hold it until June, making it a classic. One more thing. Style hardware announcement directly alongside the new software. Both scenarios are entirely viable. But given the sudden, massive spike in supply chain chatter this month, a random Tuesday drop feels incredibly likely right now. Let us close the loop from earlier. I told you there was a specific, hidden reason Apple let the current model rot on the vine for 3 agonizing years, and a secret hardware change that makes your current setup obsolete. The reason was entirely about timing the massive transition to Apple Intelligence. They simply could not upgrade the box last year because the A17 chips were far too expensive to produce, and strictly reserved for the flagship iPhone 15 Pro line. Now that production yields have finally improved, they can actually afford to drop true, powerful AI silicon into a $150 streaming box without losing money. The old A15 Apple TV is officially a relic of the pre-AI era, and buying one today, right before the refresh, would be the biggest tech mistake you could possibly make this year. You are now fully caught up on exactly what is happening behind the closed doors in Cupertino. We are staring down the barrel of an Apple TV that is actually a stealth gaming console and an AI supercomputer cleverly disguised as a simple hockey puck. If you value this kind of deep, no-nonsense, pragmatic breakdown over the usual exhausting YouTube hype cycle, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. It tells the algorithm that there is a mature audience out there who actually wants to understand their tech, not just look at flashy B-roll and clickbait. And now, I have a very specific, direct question for you. Are you willing to upgrade your current, perfectly fine Apple TV purely for faster, on-device AI and a much smarter Siri? Or are you stubbornly holding on to your current box until it literally catches fire in your entertainment center? Drop your brutally honest answer in the comments below, and tell me if you think we actually get a storage bump this year. I read every single one of them. See you in the next one.